Next, we're going to go talk about Boopity Boop, writes her first poem. Masiela Lusha, the author, was Carmen Lopez on the George Lopez Show. And she had a book signing in Glendale, at the Glendale Borders. It went very wonderfully. Now, if we can play the clip, I'll go ahead and voice over. The book signing at Glendale Borders for Masiela Lusha's book, Boopity Boop Writes Her First Poem, was a success and had a good turnout. Several children had the chance to meet Masiela and listen to her read the book to them. Not only is it a cute story with beautiful artwork, but 25% of the proceeds are going to charity. Boopity Boop is definitely a book to consider for your bookshelf. To find out more about the book or how to order it, visit booptyboop.com.
I'm glad that went well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. The kids seemed to really enjoy hearing the story and sitting there watching. And apparently I also gave out little cookies for the kids too.
Did you take your kids, or was it just you?
Well, it was just me. My ex had the kids this past weekend, and also taking them on the Greyhound for 4 hours down.
Yeah.
And then 4 hours back, plus layovers and
It would have
stuff,
been rough.
It would have been a nightmare.
Yeah.
For my two kids. A 4-year-old and a 6-year-old on a Greyhound bus that long, not a good idea.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay, folks. We're going to play some of the clip from Masiela Lusha's visit here last, couple weeks ago?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's about her book, Boopity Boop, writes her first poem.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to know any more information about it, go to booptyboop.com. And by the end of the day today, by the time this episode is being reran, we'll have the website on the web address on our website. So, folks, stay tuned. Welcome back, folks.
Hello.
As you know, you're watching CVT Weekly News, and we have with us a very special guest, Masiela Lusha. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Well, no, we're more than happy to have you. And for those of you who might not know, she's a very famous actress and producer.
Yes.
Starred in many things, from what I saw on IMDb.com, as well as most famously the George Lopez Show as Carmen.
Yes.
Yes, and we're glad to have you. Now you're here to talk about your book, right?
Absolutely, and actually I had a wonderful drive up here in Fresno. It brought me back memories when I actually came here to read to the children, so it brought me wonderful memories.
And was it one of the elementary schools?
It was one of the elementary schools, and since I was on the show, the studio would bring all these wonderful opportunities for me to actually read to children. It was one of my passions because they knew my background in writing, and after the show wrapped, I realized how much I missed that opportunity to just speak one-on-one with these beautiful little children, and I thought, how can I do it again? And of course, when you think of something, when you wish for something so badly, it comes to you, and so I was invited to Fresno. And I went to the elementary school, we went to the big library, and all the children just assembled right in, and it was wonderful. So that's what fed my desire to write the book.
Well, that's wonderful. They're wonderful to hear. Now, how did you first hear about Little Black Dog Publishing, the company that you're working with?
Actually, Little Black Dog Publishing found me. So,
well, that's wonderful.
So it was a very interesting experience. Again, when you really feel for something, it just kind of materializes in front of you. And I was writing the children's book, and I was hoping, I was actually working on my way to promote it and to speak with different publishing houses. And Little Black Dog just approached me one day and said, "Do you have any children's books available?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, just no." So I showed them the book, and it was actually within 3 weeks we had it printed. It was a very short period of time. We worked hard every single day, weekends. We didn't stop.
I can imagine that must have been difficult but fun.
They're very hard workers. It was wonderful, yeah.
Yeah. What inspired you to write the book in the first place?
Visiting Fresno.
That inspired the whole book?
It did, actually. The opportunities I had here reading to the children, I was able to see firsthand what it felt like to just feel their creativity and just watch their eyes sparkle as the story evolved. And I realized, I said, there's so much opportunity here. I would love to be able to help guide them along that opportunity and to help explore what it is to have a passion and a dream and the confidence to embark in that. And that's Boopity Boop. She's a young girl who wants to be the best poet in the world, and she's trying. And it's just that confidence, that little seed that bloomed into an actual poem in the end.
Oh, cool. I'm definitely looking forward to reading it when it comes out, and gets published mainstream. Now, do you know if any of the local bookstores are carrying it, or just like big chains?
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure the local bookstores as well, but Barnes & Noble is carrying it, Amazon, Borders. So.
Yeah, well, we've got all three of those technically here.
We do.
Yeah, so folks, pretty soon you'll be able to pick up the book at River Park, Borders, Barnes & Nobles, or of course, don't leave your house, just click a new tab right now and try pre-ordering it, from Amazon or from littleblackdogpublishing.com. Now, from the website, it looked like all the books have a charity tied to them.
Yes,
and
that's the best part about Little Black Dog Publishing, and that's what made me just right away just jump with them and say, absolutely, I would love to help you with your mission, because they have a desire to help society through their books, and not just in releasing good material for people to appreciate, but also helping support charities that help local communities as well as international communities.
Well, that's great. And what charity did you end up choosing?
I ended up working with Santa Bali, because they help children in Lesotho, Africa, and since I was 12 years old, I've always wanted to visit Africa. And so through my great uncle, who was a doctor, and he was the one who introduced me to America and all its promises. And I used to go downstairs in the basement and look through all the photo albums and just realize that one day I wanted to visit, and this was my opportunity. So
well, that's great. Sean, do you think we can bring up a copy of the cover of the book for everybody? Now, is there anything you want to tell us about the book, like any little preview type thing we can give our audience?
Ooh, didn't expect this one. Let's see. A little preview about the book is that Boopity Boop discovers her poem in the end, and it's just the journey that she took in finding it. So that's the little preview I'd be willing to share.
When can we expect it on shelves?
They can expect it in October, so this month.
So this
Very
well, that's
good.
wonderful. Definitely look forward to it. I know my kids are excited to read the book, so.
Thank you. Well, I'm excited to read the book. I don't have children, so I'm excited to have the book for myself.
Yes, I get to use them as an excuse, yes.
See, yeah, I don't have an excuse. I just still love children's books.
Yeah.
What can I say, folks? I really do.
Me too. High five.
Hey, I still have my entire collection of the Bernstein Bears, so.
I just went through my children's books last night at my parents' house. I found a big box of all my old children's books, and I'm just going through them, and I read a couple of them, and they were just so sweet.
Must have brought back memories.
It did. I'm so excited to have another one. It's just going to be on the shelf with them. It's my adult children's book. It's, when I'm an adult, I get more children's books. It's going to be fabulous. Now, this is not the first book you've written.
No, it isn't. No, it's actually my third book. My first two were poetry books. So one was written when I was 12 years old. I was learning English for the first time, and I was still a little bit insecure in class, and my teacher actually encouraged me to write poetry, and she was the one who brought me in front of the class to recite my poems. And it was through that where I realized, you know what, I have a lot of English poems. I may as well just publish them. Why not? So my mother encouraged me. She fed me that confidence as well, and I did it. So that was the first book. And the second, when I was 16 years old, it was through my experiences on the George Lopez show and just my experiences growing up as a teenager.
Wow. And can both those books be found on the
yes.
shelves now?
Yes, yes. Although when I was 12, that may be a little bit difficult to find. So.
Uh-oh.
Well, hey, that's what the internet's for, right?
Yeah.
We'll definitely be able to find a copy somewhere. Now, do you have any other projects that you're working on at the moment?
Yes, I'm actually working on my novel as well. I just finished polishing that up, so that's completed.
Wow.
And my third book of poetry, and my Boopity Boop goes to Hawaii, and my fourth book of poetry, all simultaneously. I don't know how my mind's like in one place right now.
Yeah, it's a nightmare just trying to run this show. I cannot imagine trying to write all that.
No, I can't either, so I'm just enjoying it. Every day I'm writing a little bit here, a little bit there, and so hopefully it's all distinctive and unique in its own way.
Well, I'm sure it will be.
Well, I can't wait to read them all.
Yes, definitely. We're definitely looking forward to it. So, yeah, if you want to happen to send us some copies of it so we can read them, we'll be more than happy to read them.
Of course.
We'll give you glowing reviews, we promise. You're also a producer for
Luminary Pictures.
Luminary Pictures. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Luminary Pictures I had founded when I was about 21 years old, and it was because I was offered these scripts and this material, and I just didn't have time to just constantly move around, and I realized I would love to hone all these opportunities into one entity,
Mhm.
one umbrella. So I created a Luminary Pictures, and it was immediately embraced in Hollywood. So I was very fortunate to feel like I was actually a producer for the first time. And I love being involved. I love the executive and the marketing and everything. So it was just wonderful to be a part of it.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I love doing this show, because we get to be in charge of everything.
You're involved.
To a
Yeah.
point.
Oh, hey, anything you want, Ash, just
I
talk
don't
to me.
want to be in charge. That's the thing, is I'm not ready to be in charge.
All the elements that come into place, the music and the background.
Yes, everything,
and
the backgrounds, the
wardrobe.
previews. I saw one of the commercials we did. I'm like, oh my goodness, I like showing up and doing the interviews and talking to wonderful people and just being here.
That's always fun, too. And we do thank you for coming. Do you want to say anything to the Albanian community at all?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, feel free.
Actually, because the book is written in Albanian as well, so... Gosh, Mirdita shqiptar të respektuar, unë jam Masiela Lusha dhe po flas këtu nga Amerika, nga Fresno. Ju uroj gjithë mirat dhe dëshiroj që librin tim Boopity Boop shkruan poezinë e saj të parë, t'ja lexoni fëmijëve me aq dashuri se që kam shkruar edhe unë. Faleminderit.
That's wonderful, beautiful language. I just wish I could understand any of it.
I said hello.
Well, that I understood. All
I
right,
think you
well,
said Fresno in there.
I did. I said
Fresno.
hello.
welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed that clip. We're sorry to say that we have to go,
Yep, time
Yeah.
to go.
but it was great having you with us, and hope you stay tuned for next week. And stay tuned for Straight Talk with John Malos. Bye, folks.
Bye.